Hello Cancer, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel and thank you so much for following me or subscribing to my channel. I also want to say thank you to those who have been giving me a comment or a thumbs up in some way or form. I've been getting some emails as well too, so that's and it's really helpful in the sense that I can get an idea of whether they're resonating with you. So also, yeah, subscribe to my channel if you haven't by now. That would be awesome as well. And also share this content out so it may be helpful for others as well that may, need to hear it, spirit's guidances and messages, like guidance and messages. So far out. There's a lot of energy in here today. It's quite warm at the moment in this room. It's just filled up. It's like, whoa, it was got nice and cool before, now it's just filled up again. So there could be something like that going on with you, Cancer, where there is a lot of energy coming in, a lot of energy coming out. There's like lots of ebbs and flows that's going on. And I'm not hearing I'm hearing it's not all about hormones as well. There's definitely an energy influx that's going on. So I am recording this on Saturday, the 4th of March. So we're coming into we're in a full moon energy basically coming into that. So in some countries it's going to be on the 7th for us here in New Zealand, or in the southern hemisphere it's on the 8th, so on Tuesday when it starts to hit full peak. So with Virgo there is there's a little, because we're in Pisces at the moment, a lot of people are feeling the emotions, and Virgo is a little bit there's a bit of energy where things can come in at the moment, with what I'm feeling is can make it a little bit unsettled and a little bit uncertain. So with things that are going on, especially around emotionally wise, so you may have some weird stuff come up that's like, whoa, and then it may be connected to the past, and that is like, and it's like, why am I thinking about that? And some actually out off the planet other stuff is like, where did that thought come from? So there is something, and they're not freaking out about it, but just looking at it, and if it's nothing relevant, or if it's irrelevant, then disconnect from it, just drop it, release it, switch the mindset and bring yourself back into the now rather than wherever you went. So, and if you know where you went, and it's like sending love and light and healing to that situation or that space. So it's really what Spirit are really wanting to, trying to get us to do, is to check in with ourselves when those moments come as soon as possible. And it's like, well, that's just so weird, and so that's not me, it's not, or it's not anything that I know about, or what are my normal thinking. So just release it, just drop it, okay, and then switch that thought into a more positive one, or not even go there, or just come back to center. So there are a few options. It depends on what it is and what best suits you at that time. The other thing is that you might be finding things happening in your body that, like, old injuries start to flare up again, and maybe not the same, but it's like, wow, I never, I was talking to a lady today, and she had she's having body aches from when she was a little girl, and it's like when she sprained her ankle, and I'm the same was for me. And I was like, what is that about? And even my wrist, I'm thinking, oh gosh. So it's there's something coming up where it's like making you aware of whatever it is that was happening, or that you may be holding on to something around that time, and just releasing it. So I feel like they're just giving a review in a way. So anyway, going enough of that, but it is kind of relevant or to what is coming through in this message. So for you with these cards, so we have the Moonology deck here, and the first card out, and so we're doing a mind, body, spirit, soul flow today. So what's going on around you now, where your thoughts are maybe, and or coming into the future. It depends on where you are, how this resonates with you. For some of you, it will be confirmation of something just recently happened, or that either the near distance, somewhere recently, or I don't know, I've got 3 people like yak. The guys, it's like they're giving me, there's all these energies. So it could be like that, something in your energy, or like of 3 minds rather than 2 minds about what's going on there. So there's lots of things that are in the background there with that one. So I'm just hearing bring it together. But you're very close to achieving your goal. with this card. So the last sign actually had this card too, and I shuffled this deck really well. So you too, Cancer, are on the roll with something. You're moving towards where you achieving your goal with this one. So don't think that you're not, okay? So the next card here is from Archangel Michael, is saying 2 + 2 = 4, not 5. So stop overthinking it. So and when they're taking action there, it's not necessarily a physical action, but it's just like stopping. The action for that is like taking note of what's going on with your thinking processes, and and stop overthinking it, basically. Now there is the next card here on a spiritual level is talking about make love, not war. So there could be a lot of emotions that are going on with you now, because we're in an emotional water sign season now with Pisces. So there may be something with a bit of conflict that's going on in there, and it could be in a spiritual way, but I'm feeling it's more like doing as well as with this, in that row is not just like with spirit and a spiritual journey in that way, but working with our spirit within, and some people, for me, it's like the spirit and the soul, and there's like, in a way, there's the two different things in some ways, but there's an essence. They're like raising your spirits is where they're going, lifting your spirits in that sense, like that essence of you that, where they call it that breath of life, or that, the life force, basically, in that sense within. That's where they're more going with that. So and then maybe you may be at loggerheads with something, in the way that you're seeing something that somebody else isn't, probably on a spiritual level, but I'm hearing like there is something new that's coming out of that. So finding peace within it, or making peace with something, and understanding, and it might not happen overnight, but it will happen. So for some of you, I feel like you're near the end of that, or some of you, you're more at the beginning of it, understanding something in that sense, and bringing about balance. So the fourth card here is from Archangel Raphael. His message is allow yourself to learn something new, do something different, and create your own thing. So there may be some creative inspiration, or some inspiration that gets you outside of your circle or your bubble, and is way of thinking, being, and or doing things. So in order to move you out of a emotional situation. It could be something that's from the long term, and that's like say the recent past. It could be the distant, in the distant past there as well. But that's coming in right now for you to like switch your perspective around some areas in that way. Okay, so we're going to go to the tarot now. This is the Sun and Moon Tarot deck, the Two of Cups. So there could be something about unity there, coming together with relationship-wise. It could be a new love, a new love situation, or if you're single, a brand new love that's coming in. For some of you, if you're in a relationship already, it may be something is reignited there. The passion might have, dwindled, or there's something that happened to make the energy between you, that connection, love connection, like have a little bit of distance, and it's coming back. I feel like the energy it might pull you apart a bit, but it's bringing you back as well, in the sense of like getting to understand yourself, your inner self. So for some of you, it could be around a love situation, whether you're achieving that goal. Okay, for some of you, it's about releasing some things in order, which is the goal, in order to allow yourself to go into this new relationship, or a new relationship at all. So the Devil here, it's just meaning that you're needing to let go of some toxic thoughts, some unhelpful thoughts, and free yourself from past life things, but past in this life as well. With the Ace of Pentacles, it's like, make love, not war, and that's one with the Spirit. It's like something comes to you, or is given to you by, or shown to you in some way or form of a new step, a new beginning, and like a energy in a way. And I feel like for some of you it is literally about energy, like your energy levels rise or raise, in the sense that you kind of can see more where you're going. For some of you it will be physically, it may be like a health condition. It's like there is more hope or new hope around the energy of situation here, you know, of love. There may be something about hope as well within that. So like I say, just thinking outside the square with that. But there's something that comes to you by way of a gift, and the gift could be by way of not necessarily financial, but it could be news. It could be financial. It could be like there's a new child coming or a new family member coming in as well. Whether that be a baby, whether that be a person coming into the family, you know, as well. So it could be, yeah, there's a few things going on, but I feel like whatever it is, it's building, it's starting from grassroots, and you're building something new, okay, from it, some sort of, you know, that's some sort of new foundation to something, okay. It might be a new business, it might be something that you've bought into a business, or somebody's handing you a business, handing over something, the keys to the door to you, not necessarily an inheritance, but it could be, but it may be that you've purchased something and you're getting the keys to the house, the shop, the whatever, you know, the warehouse or the business, or whatever it is, you know, that's coming through. So then we're moving into like the fourth card here, where that's the Eight of Cups. So yeah, with this other card that Archangel Raphael has come up, has for you, is about allowing yourself to learn something new, doing something different, and creating your own thing. That's, you know, like just, you know, stepping outside of your comfort zone, because the Eight of Cups is here, and it's like there is you moving on, and it's from something from the past, basically. And so there is a path there in front of him, and you can see the moon there is nice and bright, so he can find his way. And yes, the path is like, it kind of looks like it doesn't end, but it does end. That's up to you. But the path is like, the moon is lighting the pathway, and it's kind of like, it's like you're walking across water but on a path. So there's something there that you can, you know, that if we shift our perspective around things, that there is a pathway there, okay. Even though we can't see exactly where, or don't know exactly where that's going, there is a pathway there, okay, for you to well, I wouldn't say follow, for some of you to follow, but to walk upon, as you move forward, or in whatever direction you are moving, okay, that resonates with you. Whew. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there now for you, Cancer, with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, and prosperity in abundance. So you may have felt a little bit of energy, to a lot of energy, as we've been doing this reading with you. I'm feeling a little bit like not light-headed, a little bit, well, not light-headed, but light in energy. So ground, but it's like, I feel like there's something shifting on saying that. So drinking water and ground. Anyway, I'll leave that with you. Bye for now.